So cascade style sheet, so which is going to recognize your web elements very quick and fastest way, like ID. So ID and CSS are the fastest locators to identify any web elements. If you use CSS, you can solve any kind of problems. Now, so where you can know how can you recognize what are the formulas we have on that? The formulas we have here, see, I already covered this. Yeah, CSS. So if there is a ID, how can you write in CSS format? CSS equal to tag name hash ID value. So tag name hash ID value. So anything, this is the formula. If there is a ID, how can we write in CSS format? CSS equal
CSS hash ID value.
This is only for ID. Okay.
No.
This is only for ID, not for any other attributes. You should not use other attributes in this format. You should not write. So we have other attributes, different formulas. Okay. So let's go and practice. Any one ID is there. So I can take up this search edit box. It doesn't have ID. Okay. We cannot use. So that formula we cannot use. Class, this also we cannot use. There is no ID, right? So we cannot use. And maybe you can take this first name edit box. Inspect, you have ID, right? So copy the ID value. Even you can identify in the browser itself. This you can write in the CSS formulas in the browser itself. You don't need to open a Catalan recorder. But let me show you in the Catalan recorder itself. Okay, so that will really help you. So write CSS equal to, follow the formula. Tag. What is the tag name?
Input.
Edit boxes, and you don't need to think also. By default, it will be input only. Hash. So ID value. Now see, so make sure it is visible to you. Okay, make sure it is visible. So it is visible, and click on this star icon. Okay. That's it. See, we have written a tag name hash ID value. Next, so we can write other ones. Let's see if there is a class. Okay, if there is a class. So this has a class, right? We have seen here the class. But a class is, it should be take this direct H1. This is H1 tag. And see, it is having a legend. And so it is having so here you have a class, but there is a space. Spaces are there, it doesn't work out. The formula, second formula, that is, but how to write in say WebDriver? I forgot. If there is ID, how can you write in the WebDriver? Same formula. So CSS by ID. Okay, you will write CSS by ID. So by CSS ID. So you have to take a locator name is CSS
selector.
So you have to write tag name hash
input value.
the ID value. The ID value is this one. You can copy this. Oh, so it's copying. Be careful. So input hash, input first name. Okay. So next. Web element login link, this one. Okay. And we can write like this. What is the element name? Element name is first name, edit box.
Edit box.
So you have to write element name, first data type. So this is the interface.
Interface.
Then that variable name equal to the value. Value is driver dot find element. So by dot CSS selector of CSS value. So driver is the browser. In this browser, you're finding the element by this CSS selector and CSS value. So that's what this by CSS ID. And by name. By name. So by name means you have to by class, right? Next by class. So not name. Name also I'll tell. So by class. So by class, there is a class attribute. Okay. Then how can you write in CSS? So let me give you that formula. So everything we have formulas. So use those formulas. See this? CSS equal to tag name
dot CSS class value.
Not class value. Okay. Class value. But make sure the class value is a one word. There is no compound words in the class value. Compound words means
Two
words.
more than one. More than one. So more than one are there. So then you can use this. So that's the tag name dot class value. So tag name dot class value. So you can see here, CSS equal to tag name dot class value. For ID, we have written a tag name hash ID value, right? For a class, tag name dot class value. So let's go and see anything that we have with ID. So the class, right? We are looking for a class. Class which it doesn't have. Okay, here we have. But so that is one thing. Let me see.
Text.
Text field is there, but yeah, you can see here.
Yeah.
Button.
It's
Let's take this and see this. Okay. Open Catalan recorder. We want to identify this search button. Search button. And add a new row. CSS equal to,
in tag name input
dot
class value button.
So right. Click on this. See, it is recognized. But same thing you try. So which is having a class. So this one, right? Even you can try with this home icon. So this has a space, right? FA home. So this won't recognize. See that? And you try this. It won't recognize. And I'll clear this this log so that you can see the log also. Just write CSS equal to. So what is that? Tag name is I dot class value.
Class.
See, what did he saying?
Element is not found.
Sir,
So
if we
these-
take a single word also, it won't work, sir. It
No, how
means
can
a
you
far
take this?
home
You have to take entire class value, right?
entire class. Okay.
You cannot ignore.
Okay, sir.
Because while writing this formula, you cannot ignore. There is other
Oh.
formulas for shortcutting. But for this
Okay, sir.
formula, you cannot change the values.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that is a different story. We'll see that later.
Okay.
But with the complete class tag name dot class value, if there is a spaces, it won't recognize. Then what is the solution? The solution is, here is the solution. So very clearly explained. Okay, this one you can see it with driver dot find element by dot CSS selector input. So dot large input. Okay. So if there is a space between the class value words, then replace the space with dot. So what we need to do? Wherever space is there, that space you need to replace with a
Dot.
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 So now CSS equal to button dot.
Dot.
So this value.
Button.
So this is the tag name dot. Here
Yes.
there is a space. Okay, there is a space here. This large and from between the space, and that one you can identify that. So let's see that how can we write that same thing. Just where is the space here?
After A, FA.
FA. Just to remove that space, put a dot.
Okay, dot.
Oh, CSS equal to I dot.
You need to put the tag name, right? You put only I, Ramesh.
That's a tag name.
That's the tag.
That's a tag name here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Should recognize. I dot. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it
What
is
wrong?
identifying.
We didn't do any magic, but yeah, it should recognize that.
It's
See?
recognized.
Okay, so that's a trick if there is a space in the class. Are we good?
Yeah, yes,
Yes.
Okay, so that's the two formulas. How to write in WebDriver format? So web element. So web element. Home icon equal to driver dot
Find element
find
Find
element
by dot.
by dot
dot
CSS.
CSS
Yes.
selector of
input.
I
double quotes.
Input.
I
Double
dot.
quotes you have to give. Okay, make sure you give the double quotes. So
So
practice
here
this
also
format. Okay, practice this format. So this is going to help you. So in the WebDriver, it will help you. So the same sentence we are going to write. Any element if you want to identify in the WebDriver. So what is the format you have to write? Web element.
Web element.
Element name equal to
Name.
driver
Driver
dot
dot.
find
find
element by dot
By dot.
yes
Locator name and
and
value.
locator value.
Dot.
See, all these are locators. We call this ID, name,
Hmm.
class name, link text, partial link text, CSS selector, and this one. Okay. Are we good?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Let's move on next. If there is a right, if there is a header, so if there is a header, here. So register account. Say H1 tag. So you can buy class by header tag. By header tag. So web element. So what is the element you want to identify? Header tag, right? So what is that header tag? Register account header. Equal to, so driver dot find element, so by dot CSS selector. So we have to give the value. What is the value? Just tag name. Just tag name H1. So if you want to see, H1. Okay. See, you can, it is recognizing, right?
Yes.
So just tag name, you add the tag name. That's enough. So you add the tag name. Okay. So that is done. So what is the next formula we have? So tag name, now next, okay. So header, that is a one formula. Other formulas, for example, you want to identify element with any attribute. It doesn't matter what attribute is, ID, name, class, href, src, alt, tab index, any attribute. So what is the formula? So this is the one. So with a single attribute or any attribute, okay? So this is the formula. CSS equal to tag name,
Tag name.
square bracket, attribute name
Attributes.
equal to single quote, attribute value
Attribute
in single
value.
quote close, this one. So this is the how you can identify elements with any attributes. With any attributes.
Attributes.
So identifying elements with any attributes.
Attributes.
Okay. So identifying any element, if you want to identify this, you can follow this formula. Okay. And so if you want to apply two attributes, so this is the formula. You can use one more. CSS equal to tag name square bracket, attribute name equal to value, attribute 2 equal to value. Attribute 2 equal to value. So any of these things you can use it. Okay. So either you can use a single attribute or two attributes. So both are correct. Let's go and try for the drop downs. One of the drop downs we'll try. So we'll use other attributes. Okay. So name is there, right? Let me use name. So with that for direct name you can use. Otherwise, in the CSS format, if you want to write. So what is the formula we need to use?
CSS equal to
Tag name. What is the tag name for drop down?
Select.
select.
Select a tag, square bracket.
Single quotes.
Ayo, first attribute name.
Attribute name equal to attribute value.
Name equal to single quote.
Single quote.
Yeah, value.
Zone ID.
Zone ID.
That's it. Now click on. See that. Reason or state.
Recognizes.
That's it. If you want to add one more attribute, let's add that. So I'll add class. Okay. Class equal to. There is a class also.
Form
But it doesn't help you, but still you can try it out. Okay. Because this form class is common for all.
recognizes.
That's it. Right? That's the one thing. And let's move on to the how can you identify dynamically changing elements in CSS? This is very important. So dynamically changing elements means the attribute values are changing dynamically. Then how can you identify, how can you help on those elements? How can you identify those elements? Let's see how to identify them. Okay. Now see that we have three formulas. One is contains star, starts with caret symbol, and ends with dollar. These are the regular expressions, right?
Yeah.
So these are the regular expressions, we call them, and we are using the regular expressions to identify them. So dynamically, what is mean by this star? So contains means, for example, any attribute is changing, partially not changing. So that means some portion is dynamic, some portion is constant, static. Only static part you can write, dynamic portion you can ignore. Then this star will help you. Or not only dynamically changing, you want to omit some substring of your attribute value, you can use this. So it is very big value is there, you don't need to write. So what you can do, you can simply omit that with this star. Okay, so that's a star means. This is equal to tag name, square bracket, attribute name, star equal to single quotes, partial attribute value. Partial attribute value. And so CSS equal to, see, I'm taking one of the element in the rediff.com that dynamically changes. Let me show you that. Okay. So go to create account page. Go to create account page. And here, so right click. And you can see this name value dynamically changes. Name value dynamically changes. So name value dynamically changes. If you use first step, it will recognize. I'm taking the entire name. See that? You can take any one, okay? Now it is recognizing, right? Refresh the page. Refresh the page means you are revisiting the page, right? Revisiting the page. Now see that. It is going to throw error. What is the error? See that. Element is not found.
Not found.
Element is
Not found.
so that is the so how you can see that element is not found. So why it is not finding? See now the value is changed. Value is changed. Take this and compare both of them so that you will come to know what is the difference. So can you observe both of them?
No.
So where is the change?
740 there.
After changing.
Hmm?
After changing
Which
numbers.
letter after it is changing?
Yeah, first 7 letters are same, then it's
Basically, password is
Change.
PASSWD is constant.
Constant.
Remaining thing, E onwards, it will change directly. So that means this entire thing is a dynamic value. So this entire thing is a dynamic value.
Dynamic.
So dynamic value, so that this dynamic value, so we can see that. That you can ignore. How you can ignore? Here you cannot ignore. So direct name locator you cannot ignore. That means name doesn't work out. Name locator doesn't work out. So how can we do that? This formula you have to use. So star you put and remove the dynamic value. So that's it you need to do. So just go CSS equal to tag name is
Tag name.
square bracket. So name equal to the name value. So now you take only partial. So that is I'm taking only this one.
So after name we have to put that star, right?
Yes, yes, you are right. That's it. So it is recognizing. See that? Even if you refresh also. Even if you refresh also. Even if you refresh also, it will work out. Okay. So that's the star means you can reduce. Basically contains means, let me give you, is a more powerful. It is more powerful because you can take beginning, middle, end portion, anywhere you can take. That's the advantage with contains. So contains means that is the one. Clear? This is how to handle the dynamically changing elements. So again, the WebDriver format is same. This is the format already written, right? Same format. So there is no change in that. So only the value will place it here. Remaining structure is same. Okay. Ends with. So ends with means, oh, we missed the starts with. Yeah, starts with. So the starts with is, that means the attribute value should start with this value. Should start with that value. That's the starts with means. And you can try this one. Same here only. We have one more. This you can take this. So name this one. So name is starting with BTN, right?
Yes,
If
sir.
you give other than
Yes.
BTN, it will fail. Only it should, the caret symbol, that value starts. That is meaning it is looking for the starting part of whatever the value you are giving. So here it will change from L onwards. L after it will change. Only I'm taking this. So you can try this one.
Starts with-
So give this. CSS equal to tag name is input square bracket name caret symbol. See, check availability, it is recognizing. It's okay. Check availability. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes.
So any questions? Okay, let's move on then last one. Ends with. Ends with look for that is ending with the value. So the end portion you can give. So whatever the attribute you are taking, that should be end part, not the beginning part. But you can give complete value if it is not changing. But you can give only this very end portion. So then it will work out. So this is how you can check that. Let's go and try one okay example with that. So ends with. So what is the and let me see exactly the what we have this ends with. You can see here I can give button BTN. Okay, anywhere BTN end spot end part. Okay, I can give button. Why? Or account or this arrow marks. If you take this value attribute, you can give. Let me take a value attribute, okay? Because we haven't tried with value, right? We'll try that also. CSS equal to tag name is input tag square bracket.
Value.
We can
Value.
value dollar
Okay.
equal to, so single quote. I want to give the end part. End part is This one. See, I didn't give complete part. So I hope you are getting right.
Yes, sir.
So now we can see this. It's going to be this. That's
It
it.
recognizes.
Okay. So this is all the formulas. You please try and know. Let me know. Okay. Any questions before moving on to the Xpath? So last locator, Xpath locator. So what is mean by Xpath? Xpath stands for XML path language, which is a query language for selecting nodes in XML. Because this is all HTML, right? This is all HTML. So this is all HTML. So you're querying. So you have to give the path. You have to give the path. So it is going to query based on the path. That is what it is telling. So XML path language, which is a query language for selecting nodes in XML. For selecting nodes in XML. So that's the Xpath means. XML path language, which is a query language for selecting nodes in XML document. So Xpath basically helps you to identify the elements through tags and their attributes. So Xpath is one of the powerful locator to identify the elements. When you are not able to locate web elements using other locators, so you can use this Xpath. So Xpaths are two types. Absolute Xpath denoted by // single // relative Xpath is denoted by // So absolute Xpath, so including all the tags from root tag to till the target tag, and so /HTML /head body target tag. So see, one by one you're including, right? This single slash tells you the immediate tag. HTML after next immediate tag is head tag. Head node, basically node. So node means what? You can see here, this is the node. HTML, head, body. That's the how you will write a absolute Xpath. You have to include all the tags from root to till the target element. Target element means which element you are identifying, that element is the target element. So that's absolute Xpath. Why we should not use absolute Xpath for identifying the web elements? If the developer adds or removes, okay, any tags in between root tag and target tag, then the element identification will fail. So element identification will fail. So that's the this.
So we don't use absolute Xpath.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, we should not use. Mostly we will prefer
Relative.
relative Xpath.
Okay.
The relative Xpath only we will use it. So what is a relative Xpath? Why you should not use? Please understand this. Basically, if the developer modifies the UI, right? UI is modifying means some tags he is removing or maybe he is adding. Then when you identify that tag might not be there or might added a new tag next time when the page loads. Such cases, this helps you, right? So that's the relative Xpath. Why you are going to prefer? Why absolute Xpath should not be preferred? So then, if developer modifies the attributes or tags, basically tags, right? Tags. If you change the path, will change. then path changes means your when you write a XPath, that time path is different and now current path is different. So Selenium will go and look for the what path you have given, not the path what is there in the HTML. What path you have given, Selenium will go in that path only. Selenium will go in that path only. That's the reason absolute XPath is not suggestible. You can use, but most of the cases not suggestible. So relative XPath, shortest distance to the target element. Target element means which element you are identifying, that element. Shortest distance, you can use it. Syntax is double forward slash start tag square bracket @ attribute name equal to single quote attribute value square bracket ends slash tag name 1 slash tag name 2 slash target tag. So that is the relative XPath. That's the relative XPath. You can use it. So this is the syntax relative XPath. So yeah, almost similar to CSS, right? But here extra you are getting double forward slash. But CSS we are not getting. So and also @ symbol is extra in the XPath. So there you don't have a @ symbol before the attribute name. But extra here is this a relative path. Relative means basically absolute XPath you are starting with HTML, the root node. But here you don't need to start with the root node. You can start somewhere in the middle or very close to your target element. So that's the difference between absolute and the relative XPath. Relative means very close, right? The close to your target. Always try to reduce the distance. That's the relative XPath means. So don't write a very long, things. So that's the relative XPath means. So what is the difference between single slash and double slash? Single slash represents immediate child node, while double slash represent any node. So in between the tags. So inside the parent node, many child, anyone you can use. For example, if you take a single slash div slash input represents immediate input node. Immediate input node. So inside of div node, that means this div after next immediate one is input only. That's the single slash means. Double slash means this div inside any input, not only this one, any input. See, I have written a double forward slash even div after also, but here we have written single slash. So that tells you, okay, so any input node inside a div node, any input node inside any div node. So that is the single slash and double slash differences. This is the one of the famous interview question. This is in the XPath you will get a lot of questions. First question, what is XPath? What are the types of XPaths? So what is the relative XPath syntax? What is the difference between single slash and double slash? So why you should not use absolute XPath? So and another question they will ask in the CSS and XPath, which one you will prefer and why? That's another question you will get definitely. And absolute XPath uses a single slash, and relative XPath uses both single and double slash. So the main differences you can observe here. XPath enables bidirectional flow, meaning traversal may go both ways, from child to parent, parent to child. That's the bidirectional flow means. That means it will recognize parent to child, child to parent. That's why it is late and also delay. so slow, bit slow because of this bidirectional flow. And the CSS enables only one directional flow. That's a traversal works only from parent to child. That's it. That's why one directional means one more path it is reduced, right? That time. So that's why CSS is faster than Xpath. To tell these reasons why it is faster than Xpath, okay? Concerning speed and performance, Xpath is slower and CSS is better choice in terms of speed and performance. So you can see here all elements, if you want to identify star, you can use in the CSS. If you want to use all elements, // star. So all div elements means just div you give and // div you can give. All child elements means the paragraph greater than star and /p/star. So element by ID hash ID value. So you can write in the Xpath. So instead of tag name, you can write a star. Star means any tag, square bracket @ so attribute name equal to attribute value. So element by class. So in the CSS, you know already dot fancy. And Xpath you can write many ways, // star square bracket contains @ class fancy. So element with attribute, I already told you here it is missing. A tag name is missing. Okay, so don't worry. This just add the tag name. Follow our formulas. Okay, don't look at this. Some of them are mistakes are here. Okay, so make sure you follow them. So our formulas first, then you come and correct here. So don't blindly go here. Okay, so there are some mistakes here. I know, but I have to correct it. Okay. Okay, so if any duplicate tags are present in our navigation from start tag to target tag, then Xpath will be // start tag square bracket @ attribute name equal to single quote attribute value. So square bracket close / tag name square bracket index. So this one is index which represent the the values. Basically, this tag occurring how many times? So you can just tell that / tag name / target tag. So that's the so how you can recognize this. So tags, see here, unlimited list li. So this li, and you can just right identify this, which index li you want, li1, li2, li3, li4, which one that you give this. You don't need to write the parent to child, all ul /li/li/li. You don't need to write. If there is a duplicates in your path, just write that li tag one time, then index it. So which index li you are looking for, / tag name / target tag. Okay. So identify the so Facebook footer, that one. So I'll show you all this. Okay, I'll show you all this next class. Formulas how to write, and we'll continue next week. We'll finish mostly Monday. By Tuesday we can finish. Okay, and then we can